So what are we looking at here?
You're looking at a visualization of how much the United States spends on war every year.
Okay.
In comparison to the other largest military budgets in the world, the United States military budget surpasses the next 9 countries combined.
Sure.
Most of which are U.S. allies.
Okay.
And we also have some figures on what we spend on other things, like veterans, like housing, like health.
Okay.
All dwarfed by the military budget. I like to say it's why we can't have nice things, even though we live in the richest country in the history of the world.
Sure. Are you also with this organization?
Yes, I'm with the American Friends Service Committee. We kind of came up, we did this together with Massachusetts Peace Action. Had a vision from, this was done like 1986 in Vermont.
Okay.
Kind of resaw it. We wanted to see something big and visual to be able to really highlight our spending and how out of control it is. Actually.
Sure.
You know? And we're peace. That money could be to do so much good and feed people, diplomacy, help not just in the United States, but bring opportunities for other countries and around the world.
And is that the stated aim of your organization, or the kind of policy action you're focused on?
It is. It is. I mean, we're a Quaker organization.
Sure.
And with Mass Peace, we're just trying to do that work on the military. And a lot of it is also, let's just get rid of these nuclear weapons.
Sure.
Well, that's a big thing, you know?
Sure.
I mean, we can blow up the world like 6 times over now with nuclear weapons. Anyway.
How did you get into this?
Well, let's see. It goes back to me, to 2018. I had always cared about these issues, but what actually got me off the couch and into the street was the war in Yemen.
Okay.
I knew how devastating the famine and the war in Yemen that we were facilitating, and that Saudi Arabia and the UAE were perpetrating on the people of Yemen. And the architect of that war, the Saudi Crown Prince, MBS, actually came to visit about a mile from my house at Harvard and MIT. And I realized then, I got to get out on the street, I got to find the people that are protesting this war in Yemen, and that's how I got involved.
Okay, that's awesome. Anything that you guys want to say? We're reaching a national and international audience. I'm running for U.S. Congress in Colorado's 5th Congressional District, which is where NORAD, and I appreciate that, which is where NORAD and U.S. Space Command and Peterson Air Force Base and Schriever Air Force Base and Fort Carson are all located, right? So security represents half the economy in Colorado Springs. Any message that you'd want to put out there to the security sector, or like just practitioners or people that are using this money? I know there's a long string of corporate actors that are like taking advantage of these resources. Any message that you have to the national or international community in that way?
You bet. I'll just say that one of the big secrets is that a lot of this money never leaves Northern Virginia, right? It goes right in the pockets of defense contractors, and we have 20,000 veterans at least that are sleeping out on the street every night, and this money is not going to them. And if people want to change that, this is more than half of every federal tax dollar. If people want to change it, they have to make a demand. They have to demand their elected officials stop taking money from defense contractors and start looking out for their constituents.
Sure. Any last?
Yeah, my last words is I'm fortunate to work with a Native American community in Maine. A chunk of this money should be going to the earth.
Sure.
To save this planet. There's stuff going on right now that we need, all countries need to take to change some of this thing with climate disruption and change. So I just think that's part of it, along with, because that's going to affect feeding people.
Sure.
It affects wars because of conflicts that are going to happen because of climate and the immigration.
Sure.
So all of that, let's look at the planet and the Mother Earth.
Sure. Thank you so much, guys. You're awesome.
Sure,
Thank you.
thank you.
Appreciate it.